Greetings, KP. This is how we live in our battery-powered lifestyle in a remote region of the northwest of the United States, where power lines are not always available, and if they are, they can sometimes be very expensive to bring in. And some people don't like paying any monthly bills and enjoy being completely self-sufficient and independent, like us, so we live off the power grid in a cement geodesic dome, which is fire, earthquake, and hurricane-proof. Perfect for today's changing environment. The dome has a very high insulation value, making heating and cooling more efficient. These solar water heating tubes from China provide domestic hot water as well as radiant floor heating. And sometimes we cook with this little solar cooker. Water is provided to pump irrigation to the tree orchard and garden from a solar-powered well pump, which supplements our food source. My wife Rebecca loves working in the garden. All of our electrical power is provided by the solar array and a small wind generator. This gives us power to run multiple computers, big screen television, lights, multiple circulation pumps, and many electronic devices. I like everything to be maintenance free and automated, so the next technology I'm looking forward is to replace the need for cutting firewood for the winter. As you can see through the gate, I've got a pile of firewood over here, which is fed over here into this wood fire furnace, which heats the water and pumps it into the radiant floor, which gives a nice even heat throughout the house. You can see there's a great big log I threw in this morning that is heating the water. During the summer, cooling is provided by this DC solar-powered evaporator cooler, providing 4,000 cubic feet per minute of cooling to the 2,200 square foot dwelling. We also provide internet service for the valley below, as well as emergency radio communications. Here's a small wind generator, which doesn't contribute much to the power. So essentially we have no monthly bills except for the long cloudy periods where propane fuel is needed to run the standby generator. Soon to be replaced with a Tesla power amplifier, which will increase the power from the panels and work during the long cloudy months. The sunlight from the panels is converted into power from the solar array and fed into this little power trailer. The charge control over here is what the Tesla power amplifier will replace to charge this bank of deep cycle lead acid batteries. The inverter changes the DC from the batteries into AC for 4,000 watts of power to run everything. So everything we have runs totally on these batteries. So now we're going to go into town to purchase a dead battery to show you what this impulse technology can do to bring back a dead battery. And we're driving into town. Inside the battery shop we found a dead battery which didn't have its plates sorted out, but was essentially dead and considered junk because it won't take a charge. Normally a battery like this would cost 10 times as much as the $7 amount I paid for it. So we're going to take this home and do some measurements on it. As you can see from the voltage reading, this 12-volt battery is dead, reading 8.56 volts on the meter. Using a hydrometer to measure the specific gravity of each cell shows whether there is a charge capacity with the battery by the float in the battery acid coming up and floating. And as you can see, the float won't budge, it stays at the bottom, which means that there is absolutely no charge capacity in this battery whatsoever in its current state. The reason it's the junk battery is that its charge capacity cannot be restored due to the sulfation crystals on the lead plates. Now, to show that it cannot be recharged, we'll put this on a standard battery charger for 24 hours and give it a really good charge and then measure afterward. Now, it's been over 24 hours, and a fully charged new 12-volt battery can read over 13 volts. But the most we can get is 12.29 on the meter. Now, the real test is a specific gravity reading using the hydrometer, because a battery can develop what is called a surface charge, which means that the 12.29 volts we measured earlier will drop dramatically as soon as you put a load on it, because the battery is unable to hold a charge. Again, as you can see, the hydrometer float is unable to come up on all the cells, meaning that the battery cannot deliver any useful amp hours of work. And the float stays at the bottom without any movement at all. Now we'll take the same battery, and now we'll use a charger by sunlight, incorporate it, using this special impulse technology that will potentialize the ions in the battery and make it useful once again. After about 15 hours of charging, we'll take a voltage measurement in the correct polarity here. Just a little bit above 13 volts. But the true test is the hydrometer reading, showing the capacity of the battery. Here you can see the hydrometer float coming up on all the cells, showing that this battery can now store useful power once again. Please note that this is only a single charge, whereas if I was to recharge this battery more than once, every time it's recharged, the battery's capacity using this technology would increase with each subsequent charge, showing a dramatic increase in the battery's capacity. This home demonstration is only to show what difference this type of battery charging technology can do for the battery industry. Not only will it bring back a dead battery, but it will bring greater capacity as well to new batteries and maintain them in an optimal condition to greatly extend their life. Thank you for watching this homemade video, and may we bring this technology to Asia.